It's 1 a.m. Casey takes another sip of scotch and then sets his glass down and picks his guitar back up. He begins playing Stuck in a Moment by U2, one of my favorites. I take a long sip from my own glass and lean back in my chair, closing my eyes to listen. When he finishes, we return to our earlier conversation about our tough times in the Navy. We both agree that while there were several things that helped us through those times, the most important one was music.
Music is a powerful thing. It can make your life great, it can make your life terrible. I have battled and I'm currently battling through a lot of things in my life, and music has saved me on many occasions. Just to stop, put down whatever I'm doing, put in something that I know is inspiring, or something that I know will bring out the anger or the temperament or whatever's inside of me, to get that out because I don't need to do it in another way. Playing music or just absorbing music and letting it be a part of your life, I think people are afraid to do. They're holding themselves back because emotion comes whether you want it to or not. It's how you choose to either harness or convey that emotion that I think gives music the upper hand when it comes to other art forms.
I find myself with little to say in response to this. What he had just said about music perfectly encapsulated my feelings as well. So instead of responding, I simply ask him how he got started and what influences him.
Like most real musicians and artists, it starts when you're young. I was 3-4 years old, something like that, and I had this little wooden guitar. Didn't have a tune or anything, just had some nylon strings on it. Just a toy guitar. And I had this cowboy hat and these cowboy boots, and when all the family would get together over at our house, we'd be barbecuing or there'd be a birthday party. My favorite thing to do was sing All My Exes Lived in Texas by George Strait. Everyone just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And that's your age when you start to kind of remember stuff. And I would just, no matter what, they probably got tired of it after a while, but it was so darn cute that they just didn't have a choice. So I think that's where it started, was that I realized that you could entertain people, captivate people with an instrument, but as far as vocally, it started when I first started listening to soul music. When I first heard, Al Green and Smokey Robinson and Harry Belafonte and people like that, I just thought, this is the way vocals should be performed. And so as I got older, I realized that I could sing. And my dad was real cool because he's a super audiophile, even though he's not a musician himself, which neither is my mom. And he just said, just sing, man. If you want to sing, you want to be a singer, go ahead. So growing up, elementary school, junior high, I would just ride around in the car with my dad, just sing. And junior high was pretty good. I had a little bit of success. And then high school was when I really budded into being a good vocalist. And so I'd say soul music is my biggest vocal influence, but definitely classic rock and blues and rock music are my instrument influences. The rest is my musical history, but that definitely is where it started, was those backyard impromptu concerts of 5 lines of a George Strait song.
Despite the nearly 10 years that we'd been friends, this was the first time I had ever heard about his childhood impressions of King George. As I sat amused at the mental picture of the 5-year-old version of my friend that had formed in my head, the real Casey started to play again. This time, a single guitar version of Filter's Take a Picture. I once again took a long sip from my glass, closed my eyes, and let the night carry on.